not right. Shauna tells her mom, Courtney says something ain't right. We need to leave right now. Her mom meant well, does not understand how these things fully work. In her mind, we here to get the bag. We gonna get the bag. Fuck them. We gonna tell them we ain't got no money to give, but they need to give us that bag.
Right.
She presses the story. She presses the issue. And when she continues to press the issue and continues in a conversation saying, we ain't got no money to give you for this, but you need to give us that bag. Boom. Doors get open. They arrest Shauna and her mom. They're like, the call, of course, comes. Next communication is from a holding facility in California, and Shauna's explaining that we've been arrested, we've been charged with this, that, and the third. Pops calls Chuck Goldfarb. Those again who know how these things work, every city has its prominent lawyers, because there's prominent lawyers in each city know the prominent judges and prosecutors in said city. So if you catch a case in Miami, you're going to need to find you a big time Miami lawyer. If you catch a case in Dallas, you're going to have to find you a big Dallas lawyer. If you catch a case in Detroit, you find you a big Detroit lawyer. In this case, they're out in LA. They need a big time LA lawyer. Pop don't know a big time LA lawyer right offhand. He called his man Chuck Goldfarb of the Goldfarb bail bondsman family. They know anybody in the life and in everything. They plugged in like that.
Right on.
Chuck tell him, yeah, of course, I know a guy, Weinberg law firm out there, the top narcotic lawyers in California. If anybody can help your people, we can. Obviously, we bail bondsmen. If we can get them bail, we'll get them a bail.
Mm-hmm.
Pops get a hold of Weinberg, go find them people. They tell him, okay, check this out. We've looked at the case. It ain't the strongest case, but somebody going to jail. Give us $350,000. We think we can get your people out. Nobody have to do more than 5 years. See, you got to pay to play. Pops give the lawyers out in LA $350,000 large. They work out a plea arrangement on a conspiracy. It reminded me of the line in the Biggie song, The Struggle, conspiracy, they'll be home in 3. Until then, we looks out for the whole family.
Had he not done that, how much time would they be facing, in your opinion?
20.
Okay.
20 minimum. I mean, 10 to 20 minimum, but they both had priors, would have been the problem.
Right. Okay.
So on a basic just drug conspiracy, you're always looking at least 10.
Yeah.
In this case, now they knew they were transporters, but of course, if they roll, now you got to understand. See, this is the part where y'all get. So they know everything.
Yeah.
They know obviously what Pop doing. They know who he getting it from. They know Eddie moving on French Road. They know Fat Frank moving in the projects. They know I'm doing the money, the banking, and getting the money back there. They know the whole crew. They know everything. If they roll, everybody goes down.
House of cards.
Everybody goes down. They've got the goods.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell those people everything, and had they played that card, they wouldn't have had to do a day. But they knew that Pops being him, that he was going to do any and everything that could be done in their behalf would be done, and that he would move heaven and earth to make this thing right for them. Weinberg and them cut a good deal with just let them, the feds let them just cop out to a lower conspiracy count. And actually, they had to lower it from a conspiracy. That's how they got it down. They can do what they want to do when they want to do it, right? Now, they did feed him somebody, and this is another it's funny, but just stand up. So they got to feed him somebody for the plea. So Cassandra's brother Donald, God rest his soul, who was on that original run to Chicago to get the first package for the Pakistan. Your brother's name was Donald. Donald's passed, God rest his soul.
Got us.
Now, you can't get the plea. You got to tell them something. You can't just say nothing. She tells them that she worked for her down because they're asking her about Courtney Brown. Because they got to see people niggas talking. They like, you Courtney Brown's girlfriend. She like, I know who he is, but she's like, I was doing this in behalf of my brother. Okay. Now, the deal gets made. Shauna gets like 3. Mom gets like 5. Or Shauna got like 5. Mom gets like 7, which meant Shauna had to do like 3. The mom ends up doing 5, you know. The Fed, by this time, Donald got locked up for like stealing hubcaps and some shit like this. They go to the state prison for the debriefing because they don't, you know, unfortunately for us, they have taken the thought that this guy Donald is the ringleader or one of the ringleaders of this. Man, the white folks were so mad. They went to Jackson, interviewed that man, went and looked at his jacket. They're like, this is not the ringleader. Okay, you know, he's got a rap sheet this long, and if you add up all the hams and turkeys he's stolen, he's made $150 in the last 20 years. But on that, I mean, so you got to be loyal to people. So as you see, Shauna got a son that was young at the time. Of course, we took care of him like a prince. When Shauna and her mama came home, they had new homes waiting on them, paid for in their names. They had whips waiting for them, paid for in their names. And they had a big bag waiting on them. And obviously, while they were away, they couldn't get more money in their account.
See?
Right? And because he's that kind of guy, you know, some people would have took the approach, I can't go see them while they sitting down for me because, you know, that's going to make me high. Well, Pop's thought on that was, they sitting down for me, the least I can do is go see them.
Yeah.
You know. And we gonna ride this out, and if it come back to haunt us, then it come back to haunt us, but I'm not going to have somebody sitting down in my name, and then I'm going to now all of a sudden say I can't come see you.
Class act.
You see what I'm saying? And they did. They stood up, you know. And words will never express, because if they'd have went the other way, it would have impacted my life in a very negative fashion. It would have impacted my father's life and many other people. Said from Fat Frank, Eddie Jr., everybody. They knew everything. Cousin Tony got arrested, so-called. They knew everything and everybody.
Wow.
They knew the whole. When they talk about the ability to cripple an organization, they had the goods to roll. They wouldn't have had to do a day. But they were true soldiers. You know, they just sat down, did their time. We did what we were supposed to do. Pops did what he was supposed to do as a boss, and just took care of the family. They never one day sitting down had to wonder, am I sitting down for a nigga who really don't care about me, who was just using me? No.
Right.
No. So, I know you heard parts of that story before. I don't know if you'd ever heard.
I never heard it in its entirety,
Yeah,
though.
in its entirety. So shout out to Cassandra. Shout out to Shauna. One day maybe we can get Shauna on the pod.
That'd be beautiful.
You know, my street sister. We will never forget what you did and how you did it. And
Salute.
salute to you.
Salute.
To you. Salute to you.
It was just time to really tell a great untold Detroit story, because it kind of covers Detroit at its zenith.
Very interesting story.
We decided that we were going to make a movie.
All right, Rich Rossi with you with Motown Mafia. I'm with Courtney
Louis Stevens.
Courtney Brown.
Courtney Brown Jr.
And Alan Al Prophet Bradley.
And this is an entrepreneurial, inspirational story too, because again, you know, I'm a real estate retail guy. You know, that's what my skill set is. But I'm a businessman, so I was like, you know, we're gonna do it. You know, sometimes when you got a dream, you won't have all the answers on how you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
What made this one unique was not so much the crime, but the intertwining with Detroit's history and the Motown era and kind of the economic decline of Detroit. And it's really the story of a family. And from some perspectives, it's has a happy ending, like you said. For others, it didn't have a happy ending.
Right, right.